all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, once again, this is another installment of Pre-Camp Precepts. Alright, and alright, today we're going to be in Ezekiel. Alright, this is one of the alright, this is a basic scripture. Alright, so it goes Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Alright, so right now, we're doing that through going out on the highways and byways. We're going out through like the midst of the city. Or when we go out on the highways and byways, we're usually on the the chief place of concourse. That's usually or whether it be like downtown. You know, it's got places of business, travel, alright, and like shops and all that. Alright, or you know, just a crowded place where like things like that happen, like in the public. Alright, we're going out through the midst of Jerusalem, which means the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, because it's also a people. Like it's not only a place, but it's a people. And that's talking because we're teaching to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, and we're out trying to seal the elect. Alright, and the elect, like they're going to be occupied in prophecy. Alright, occupied in the laws and all that. Alright, so they're going to be they're the ones who are like vexed as far as like this like current kingdom and all that. Alright, they want America to be destroyed. Alright, you know, once they get that proper understanding and all that. Alright, so alright, they're gonna be the ones that like even us, like we sigh and we cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Or whether it be just all these like wicked laws and statutes. Alright, the fact that we're conscious of the fact that we're in slavery right now. Alright, so yeah, that's what that's like talking about, sealing the sealing the 1/3. Alright, verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Alright, so that's what's going to happen. Alright, so I'm going to go to the book of Zechariah. Alright, Zechariah 13:8. Alright, because not all of our people are going to make it. Alright, or you have all these movements like just like Black Lives Matter and all that. Alright, and all that like just like voting and shit. Alright, but or you know alright, the majority of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, alright, as far as like the curses, the only person that can deliver you is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, but you don't want to accept that. Alright, so basically the Lord's just gonna just destroy and do away with the majority of you. Alright, the only people that are going to receive salvation are the 1/3. Alright, Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. Alright, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, It is my people, and they shall say, The Lord is my power. Alright, because you know, like the majority of us, you know, like the average 2/3, like like he's a 2/3 because like he doesn't like adhere to the fact that he's even an Israelite. Alright, you know, like sound doctrine, following the laws. Alright, you know, like striving to be righteous and all that. You know, like he's basically like a part of the world. Alright, and then like in Ezekiel it says, begin at my sanctuary. Alright, because like if you know you're held to a higher standard, like once you come into this truth. Alright, Luke 12:47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. Alright, but he that knew not, and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And whom men have committed much, of whom they will ask the more. Alright, so after that, after I break that down, we're going to go back into Ezekiel. Alright, because, alright, since, that applies to us, we're held to a higher standard. And that's why, I've been having, this thought as far as, that guy, Yashar Matba, from the, San Francisco camp. I keep on saying, he's even worse than, I think he's even worse than, Nate, and, members of, the IUIC and all these, other false camps, because, he was in that circle that, actually knew, he was a servant that knew his master's will. Alright, and now, he doesn't even, go out on the highways and byways anymore. All his lessons are just against GMS. If you have a problem with another camp or group, whatever, but you still have to do the work. You still have to teach the basics. I mean, you still have to strive to seal the elect. Alright, but all you want to do is sit back and talk shit. Alright, so here's a precept that breaks up, links up with what Yahushua said in that precept in Luke. Alright, Ezekiel 33:2. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him up for their watchman. Alright, that's an Israelite that's been given the office of a prophet. Alright, through the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Alright, what's the sword? Alright, the sword is going to be martial law, famine. Alright, the chip. Alright, thermonuclear, ICBM missiles. Alright, so I'm going to get on. Alright, Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Alright, so that's the main thing that we're talking about. Of course, there's good news, and the good news is the kingdom. Alright, but other than that, it gets all about destruction, bad news, or warning the people. Alright, so Ezekiel 33:3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Alright, so we through the prophecies of the scriptures, through watching news and current events, knowing the times. Alright, that's what we're doing. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Alright, so we're out warning our people. If they don't take heed, then it's on them. Alright, but alright, verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not warning. his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Alright, so those of us that are of the elect, we took warning. Alright, we took heed to those who warned us, and now we're warning others. Alright, so if we're of the elect, then we'll be in the clear. Alright, but for those who heard what we had to say but didn't get down with the program, alright, the Heavenly Father is going to destroy them. Alright, verse 6. But if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned. Alright, so you have a lot of fallouts that are mainly Haitian priests. Alright, Yashar Mathba. Alright, and now like Yakanan. Alright, because he'd still like he stopped going out. He'd still like do like lessons about like what you need to do as an Israelite and all that, but now he's focused like mainly on GMS. I'm saying like whatever if you got a problem with another camp, but you're still not like warning the people. Right? If someone else is off, then or basically if you want to talk about the wrong way, then you also have to talk about the right way. All right, and you're not doing that. But if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. Alright, so that links up with that servant that didn't know his Lord's will. He's still going to be like beaten with stripes. He's still going to be destroyed. Alright, but he's not going to receive like the same condemnation as someone who knows the difference between righteousness and wickedness. He is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Alright, so or all of you that don't warn them people, or you're going to be held like Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to hold you accountable. Or you're going to which means like you might receive like a more like painful like condemnation of a more like painful death. Alright, because like an average 2/3, like he might I don't know, you just like some shit, like he might get like just like shot in the head or whatever, and he goes like straight to the spirit world. Like you might die of like famine, like some sort of like disease, like it's gonna get to a point where like he's that's how he's gonna have like he's gonna have like one serious like bone to pick with you, like even quite possibly like literally. So alright, but with that I want to say all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Alright, double honors to the apostle at GMS. I'm gonna see if like everyone's getting like posted up for camp and all that. Like Lord willing, probably have like a walk and talk on the way to camp. Alright, but I'm gonna say shalom.